Hi guys, and welcome to day 85 of the lockdown, and it's the very first day of week 13. So well done everybody for everything you've done up until this point, and well done for everything you will do going forwards. Now I'm going to share this video a little bit more widely today because there's a couple of kind of broader points that I want to talk about regarding reopening and moving forwards. Okay, so I just want as many people as possible to hear about this. First of all, I just want to say I'm wearing the Wonder Woman t-shirt today. It's the movie version, not the Linda Carter version. Just to say well done again to the Unique Results Wonder Woman Mace Bell display team that were out training with their mace in Admirals Park over the weekend. So this was the best I could find at the moment. It's one of Steph's actually, but it's all right actually. Okay, so, and I also want to say happy birthday to Unique Results member Rob Anderson as well. Okay, now first thing really, okay, is also just finally before I go on to the next thing, thank you so much for sharing the couple of blogs I've put out recently. So the what makes us a little different, and then also why working out isn't enough when you're over 40. So to everyone who's read those, thank you very much. And for those who've shared, there's lots of you who've shared those more widely, thank you. And you still can obviously read and share those if you haven't already. Okay, now I keep getting asked a lot, and I'm seeing on Facebook a lot of other kind of gyms and other businesses like pubs and hairdressers and then trainers from other gyms that know me are contacting me. Had a couple of calls yesterday with people asking about, when are you reopening? When are you reopening? We're all set to reopen on the 4th of July, okay? And I know that people are kind of gearing themselves up for this. I just wanted to say there's nothing officially in place yet for that to happen. I watch all of the updates every day. I keep very close attention on everything. And even yesterday they were saying, well, the next stage is going to happen at the earliest from the 4th of July. And you just have to wait to hear things. There's no point in making massive sweeping statements like, right, we're opening up, everyone back on, book your appointments, we're opening on the 4th of July. We don't actually know what that's going to look like yet. Just like with the retail, when they gave a couple of weeks notice at the start of June, they kind of said, right, from the 15th of June, non-essential retail can open, and this is how it's going to look, and this is what you have to do. Okay, there will be an announcement, I'm sure, in the next week, okay, about the 4th of July, if that's going to be the date, because if anything changes, that date can be pushed back, yeah? Another thing that could happen potentially is that the 2 metre social distancing could be reduced to 1.5 or 1 metre in 3 or 4 weeks time, okay? We just don't know at the moment. So the long and the short of it is what I've been telling people who've contacted me, my plans are, and what I've been saying to the members as well, are that from the 4th of July or from July at some stage, I would imagine that we as a business, Unique Results, when we're allowed to, we'll start doing one-to-one training back at the studio, okay? That is it. That is what we will do. All of our group training, certainly for the month of July, will remain at home and done on a remote basis as it has been up to this time, okay? So that is where we stand on the matter. Now, I know from speaking to lots of you, you're not going to be in a mate. Some of you are still going to be, careful around things, obviously, and those who were shielding, and people, in vulnerable, with vulnerable conditions and that sort of thing. There's going to be options, okay? So you'll either be able to do your one-to-ones back at the studio if you want to, do your one-to-ones outside like some of you have been already, in a park or garden or something like that, okay? Only a few of you have been doing that, or keep the one-to-one at the moment, as we've been doing it at your home, where you've got a nice setup at home, you've got all the equipment there, and if you're working from home, that might work best for you. The crux of it is that we're going to serve you and give you the best service that we can, however, whatever that means to you, okay? So the trainers are going to be as flexible as we can going into July, okay? And once we know exactly what's going on, so you've really got 3 options, okay? Studio, outside, remote from home, okay? They're the 3 options that you'll have, as long as everything goes ahead as we're expecting it to, with government recommendations and guidelines and that sort of thing. But rest assured, we're not going to be rushing back and just trying to get people straight back in the studio, because again, I want to take a more cautious approach. the health and the safety of the team and the members is my paramount concern, okay? And if it means waiting for 2 or 3 weeks or having a more staged, gradual restart and reopen back at the studio, that is what we'll do. And like I said, one-to-one training only initially back at the studio, only for those who really want to do that, you know, and we're not going to force you into that, because I know people will be cautious coming out of this period, okay? So that's just where I stand, and I wanted you to know sort of straight away, because I know there's lots of talk and chatter out there on Facebook and different social media platforms about what is going to happen. A lot of people are still speculating without clear direction and clear permission and that sort of thing. Okay, cool. Second thing I wanted to talk to you about, which I mentioned yesterday briefly, was Easy Strength, okay? Now, I've got a fantastic client, Graham Harris, who's a remote distance client, even before this kind of period. We used to meet up probably once a month, and then I'd program for him and he'd be working on stuff at home, and we keep in touch, you know, remotely throughout the month. Now, I know we've spoke a lot about Grease the Groove in this lockdown, okay, and the way that can fit in really well with your lifestyle at the moment if you're working from home or you're furloughed or whatever, okay. Now, Easy Strength is a similar thing. I will post a bigger blog about this, but I'm not going to because it will take me a long time to talk about it. Essentially, the idea is that you build strength easily, okay. You're not working to fatigue. You're not working to failure. You're not putting your body under undue amounts of stress. The weights that you lift should be lifted within yourself, okay, and without kind of masses of emotion or hyping up or psyching yourself up. And essentially, it's 2 sets of 5, yeah? So 2 sets of 5 on a hinge movement, 2 sets of 5 on a push movement, 2 sets of 5 on a pull movement. There's an explosive movement in there, like a kettlebell swing, okay? Kettlebell swing is an explosive movement. And then there's some kind of like an ab wheel or a hanging knee raise, like an anterior an anterior movement, front of body movement, okay? Big front of body movement. And literally this program takes 20 to 25 minutes, okay? But you do it for 40 workouts, exactly the same, okay? It's a Dan John program and Pavel Tsatsouline, yeah? 40-day program. And Graham has just gone through, well, he's in the last couple of sessions of his Easy Strength cycle that we're on at the moment. And then we're going to start with a slight deload and then go into the next Easy Strength cycle, okay? So it's really, really interesting. He's had fantastic results with it. And it's something that can be done from home. It's something that's very, very good. And it gets you stronger. And all that you do is, as the weights feel easy, you know, I can add a bit more to this tomorrow. And then you just gradually increase your weights over the 40 workouts. Now, if you train 5 days a week, that's an 8-week program, yeah? Okay, you could do it 6 days a week, yeah? You take a day off when you feel like you need to take a day off, or life makes you take a day off, yeah? But you're never going to be sore and fatigued at the end of the session, but you will get stronger. So I just wanted to mention that, Easy Strength, and I'll talk about that more going forwards with you. Okay, cool. Now, classes today, we have Strength at Home with Russ at 12 and HIIT at 6. 12:30 for Strength at Home and HIIT at 6 with Nikki. There's spaces available in both of those classes, so you can book in and get yourself booked in for one of those 2 classes or both of those 2 classes, yeah? They're just Strength at Home and HIIT, both 30 minutes each today, okay? And then on Friday, me and the guys are meeting up at the studio. We've got a guy coming down, Paul Mumford, to come and do some video, and we're going to start recording our tutorial sessions and our exercise example sessions for the new online training portal that's being built as part of the new membership system, okay? So that's really exciting this week as well. And just finally, I just wanted to remind you about the MP3 downloads with Claire from the Richer Life Resilience program, okay? There's 2 different types, okay? There's a general stress buster and relaxation session, and there's an immune tune session. And I've mentioned it the last few days. I should, fingers crossed, get mine today, and I'm going to do mine, and then I'll feed back to you how I felt, okay? But they're based on your personality profile, whether you're warrior, settler, nomad, okay? And Claire, if you've done the 12 questions on the 6-week program, will know which which MP3 download you need, okay? And if she doesn't, you can still, I think you can do the 12 questions and she'll find out, or you get the yellow one, which is a kind of combination which will encompass all personality types and be a good general one for you to do, okay? So the information on that is in the Facebook post, the YouTube post, and on the email if you're watching this on email. I've gone a little bit over time today just because I had quite a lot to explain to you regarding the July issue, and then I spoke about Easy Strength as well. But well done, guys. Week 13, we're getting through it. The goal was to come out of this stronger, fitter, more resilient, more determined, more focused than we went in, and I think we're doing that. I think you're doing fantastically well, and I'll speak to more of you today when I make some phone calls. Okay, take care, guys. Stay safe, stay strong, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.